First of all, congratulations and thank you so much for being part of iFashion London. We're so excited to have your collection showing with us today. So I just wanted to ask you a bit about the inspiration behind your collection.
Yeah, actually, when I have the 3 years from the university, I also explore university tailoring areas. So I quite interesting and love tailoring areas, just like your wears the garments like that. So I just continue explore tailoring areas for my final year collection. It's just my inspiration from the architecture shadows. So I just focus on different shadows and find which one is my interesting. So I just connect tailoring areas with my architecture shadows together to make the garments.
That's a really cool way of actually thinking about inspiration and getting your inspiration, because it's everywhere and it's so different. Do you have a particular piece that you love the most in your collection?
I have 2 pieces, just one is the navy blue garments and one is yellow dress. And I love navy blue one because the color, because shadows always black, white or gray colors is quite boring. So I just creative, colorful colors for my collection and from the shadows. So I just navy blue is really a cool blue, and also yellow is acid yellow, and really love it. And just yellow, shiny yellow like that. I really love it. And I make the 3-dimensional shapes for my garments and make the different lapel and the collars together, just like this.
It's really great that you think about it in so much detail and remember to, because a lot of people do like color, but it's great. It sounds awesome. So iFashion London is very heavily influenced by social media. I mean, we have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Vine all combined in this fashion show. So my question to you would be, how important do you think social media is for a fashion show and for the fashion industry?
I think it's quite important. For me, I always use Facebook. I always use the Facebook to check with my friends, just show my work or show my everyday thinking, comments with my friend, and think about maybe we can talk to each other. I mean, just show my catwalk or show my garments, and my friends will give me some suggestion or think about it's good or not good, just like that.
Great. So it's nice to know that you use social media so much. And you can use it widely for business as well. So as a designer, how important do you think it is for you personally to be able to bridge the gap between creativity and business?
Yeah, actually, I really love creative some shapes for my garments, and I think it's not quite important for business, because for me, I want to create, because I love pattern cutting and not quite more designers. So I really want to become the pattern cutter in the future. So I just want to create more different shapes. And I know working days people must wear the normal garments in the few times, but fashion must be different with the normal time.
It's great, and you have such a strong view. And you are an up-and-coming designer and a fashion student. So by being a part of this fashion show, how do you think it's going to benefit and influence not only your academic career, but also your professional career?
Yeah, actually, I think the fashion is quite important. And, because my dad always told me the fashion just create, God create human, but a fashion designer create garments, and the human wear the garments and make the garments perfect, make the world perfect, just like that.
Great. Thank you so much, Jane, for taking the time out of this super busy day to come and talk to us for 5 minutes. We're so excited for you to show your collection, and just good luck with everything, and I hope you enjoy yourself today.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Aditi, thank you so much for being a part of iFashion London with us today. Your designs looked so amazing coming down the runway. So we were wondering, where did you get your inspiration from?
My basic inspiration was from the 16th and the 18th Victorian costumes, and it's basically to make the women's body look more sensual, and it's full of laces and embroideries and transparent fabrics and flowy fabrics. And it's basically Victorian costumes.
It looked amazing. Is there one piece in particular that you are most proud of or like the most?
Yeah, it was the last one which came on the ramp. It was the long peach gown, which had its peach. It has satin on the top, and it has embroidery and a lot of sequins, and it's all hand embroidered. And I particularly like it because it's very flowy and it's very red carpetish.
It looked amazing. It must have taken so long to make.
Yeah, it took almost 3 months to make it. Yeah.
Wow, that's a long while. Well, as you know, iFashion London has been heavily influenced by social media. So, what is your opinion on having such a strong presence of it?
Yeah, I think it's not about what you know; it's about who you know. It's better to make connections, and it's better if you have connections in the industry, and that's how you can sell your product, and that's how you can get to know more people and make your product look more better. Like if you know photographers, it just makes your brand look more better. Connections are very important, I think, and iFashion has done a good job at it. Yeah.
Well, great. We're happy to hear that you're happy with what we've done. As far as a designer goes, of course, you have very much the creative element, but how important do you find it is to bridge the gap between creativity and business?
Yeah, I think for every designer, it's very difficult. Like they know more about creativity, and they don't have any business sense. But if you just keep creating and you're not able to sell, you're not a successful designer. So it's very important to get the business skills so that whatever you make, you're able to sell it.
Great. Well, that's a good insight. Lastly, having been a part of this fashion show now and having, the main event over, how much do you think this will benefit and further your not only academic career but also your professional career?
Yeah, because I think I'm still a second year women's wear in London College of Fashion, and I'm not a graduate yet. I haven't done my graduation show yet, and it's like a huge platform for me from iFashion that before my graduation show I'm doing a fashion show. I think it's a great start, and I hope a lot happens. Yeah.
Well, we're so excited to have had you be a part of it, and it is amazing what you've achieved. So thank you so much for being a part of it, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your evening.
I would really want to thank iFashion for giving us emerging designers a chance, such a platform that even people who are not graduates are able to showcase their collection. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much, Aditi, and have lots of fun tonight.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Jan. First of all, congratulations on being one of the showing designers at the first ever iFashion London. We're really excited to have you in to show your collection. Just wanted to ask you, what is the inspiration behind your collection?
Well, the inspiration is quite deep. It's taken from Thailand. I was living there for a few years, and I kind of get inspired by the religious influences like Buddhism. So basically that's my inspiration is Buddhism, and I converted into avant-garde Buddhism. So every avant-garde is like push the boundaries away, something new. So yeah.
Do you have a favorite piece from the collection?
Yeah, my favorite piece is my first piece, and my first piece presenting the face of my brand, the person. Why is my favorite? Because it doesn't have a one sleeve, but actually there is a zip for the. You actually can. It's quite practical. You can take hand out. It doesn't have one sleeve because the monks from 8 to 9 in the morning they don't use the left hand. So I actually eliminate the left hand. So. Yeah.
That's really interesting, and it's really great that you've put so much thought and detail into your collection, and that it has such a passionate view for you. Yeah.
Yeah,
great.
it was long work. I mean, I tried, and I'm gonna keep trying to do that. And yeah.
Well, it looks great, and we're really happy to help you start up your creative business. It's great.
Yeah, thank you very much.
So, iFashion London is very heavily influenced by social media. So what do you think of having such an intense social media focus on a fashion show?
Well, obviously, to take about the social media is very important for me. That's how I'm gonna get known. I hope through you with your help, with the help of others, with the support. Yeah, it's quite high importance. But obviously, for my real aesthetics, I will do my thing as well. So I kind of need to mix and match the thing because that's how I supposed to living. Yeah, obviously. And for my creative thing, for my aesthetics, I will do the pieces which is not wearable. And obviously I don't need many social media for that because it's going to be exhibitions. And other thing is obviously commercial and social media. And thank you very much anyway for.
Well, you're very welcome.
Yeah.
But so in terms of your more commercial line,
Yeah.
how important do you think it is for a designer to be able to bridge the gap between creativity and business?
I mean, it's extremely high importance in that because obviously the social media is the key to be known, the key to be successful, and the key to be, I mean, who you want to be through the social media, especially in the profession which I have. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great profession. So from this fashion show, how are you hoping that it'll benefit and influence not only your academic career but also your professional career?
Well, obviously, I hope it's going to influence many other students who just get graduated, and hopefully they're going to influence first of all them. But obviously, yeah. So, I mean.
Well, great. Thank you so much for your time, Jan, and we are so excited to be showing your collection
Thank
here
you
today.
very
And we wish you the best of luck and hope you have lots of fun.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hi, Courtney, and thank you so much for being part of iFashion London, and congratulations, of course, on being one of the designers. We're so proud to have showcased you. Just a bit about you and about your collection. What was your inspiration?
I started off with the quote, innocence is a kind of insanity. So I was really looking at the kind of innocent side with insanity. So innocent would be like Ophelia and water movement. So I was looking at fabrics in water. And then with the innocent side, I was looking at kind of darker, really like rich, mysterious colour palettes, and also kind of like the movement of witchcraft and like as they fly and things like that. So I was kind of looking at like fitted dark with really movement, like ethereal movements and things like that.
So they almost juxtaposition in a way.
Yeah, so they are opposites, but they do still work together, and it's kind of a way to link those together.
It's really great. It looked amazing coming down the catwalk. Do you have a particular design that you're most proud of?
I think my favourite one was probably the last one that came out. That was the complete navy piece. I think that probably took the most because I was really experimenting with how I could use straight backs. Also experimenting with like pleating around the sleeves, open sleeves, and I think with the trousers that was all kind of like 1 centimetre pleats all the way around the bottom. So that did really add the movement. I mean, I was looking at doing that as a dress, but I think because I wanted that really a lot of movement down the catwalk, having trousers did kind of give that with the legs movement, so I was pleased. That was probably my favourite piece.
Well, it looked amazing. As you know, we're very heavily influenced on social media throughout the show, and it'll be used later on tonight as well. What is your opinion of having such a heavy influence of social media during a fashion show?
I think it is so important because I think that just gives you the extra edge. You can, I mean, everyone all over the world can know about it. You've got more publicity. It's more, everyone can access it. You can kind of, you get like popularity through it as well, like retweets, shares on Facebook, and everything like that. I just think social media is such a prominent part of our like industry now as well. So to have that and to be able to show your sort of creative work through that is just so important.
Well, it's great. And as a designer, obviously, you have the creative side, which you showed beautifully tonight. But also, there is the business aspect of it. So how important do you feel that it is to bridge the gap between creativity and business?
Yeah, I think that really is important because I think you do need to know how to kind of connect the two so you are aware of how you're going to kind of achieve that through business terms. I think because I really like the kind of more manufacturing side as well of the collection, that's what I kind of really like to go into. I think it is going to be really important for me to really understand that business relationship with it, because obviously you've got like factories and everything like that and promoting your work, and that's just going to be so important. I mean, creativity is like the main thing, but to have that business aspect as well to bring alongside it will just be so important.
That's amazing. So having been a part of this show now, and how do you feel that it's going to help benefit and launch your not only academic career but also your professional career?
I think it's going to benefit it so much more. I mean, we've had through uni and stuff, we've had fashion shows, but to have one in London again and after Graduate Fashion Week to bring like more people in, I mean, like networking here today is just going to be so much better. And I think as well with the Twitter and everything, and just going through like the lifestyle and just everything like that, it's just going to be, everything's going to build together and it's just going to work so well together. It's just going to be brilliant.
Well, we're so happy that you were able to join us today and showcase. Thank you so much. And just we're so happy that you've enjoyed yourself. So we hope that you have a really great rest of your evening. And thank you again for being part of iFashion London.
Thank you.
Thanks. Hi, Emma Jane. First of all, congratulations for being a part of iFashion London as a designer. We're so excited to have been able to showcase your designs. In your own words, what was the inspiration behind the collection?
Basically, I have quite a large interest in psychology, so I began by looking at the psychologist Carl Jung. His theories of the archetypes, which is the shadow and the persona. Basically, I adapted these theories into a fashion way. I wanted to create fabrics that linked to those theories as far as
Well, I mean, it looked amazing, especially coming down the runway, and a lot of people have come up to me since and just said, well, you know, and especially because it is so adaptable to London weather.
Yeah. It's the plastics, and so, you know, about looking through the surface, the dark side within, and being able to see through and see the true beauty underneath. It's basically the...
Well, it looked amazing, and I'm not going to lie, I totally want one of them because it was great.
Thank you.
Is there a particular piece, though, that you're most proud of or that you think is your best work?
Possibly my final outfit, which was the raincoat with the pressed flowers inside. Basically, that was my original first outfit that I made, so it was a lot of experimenting. I had to do a lot of pressing flowers inside plastics, having them pleated, so it was quite a long process, but that was my first piece, and so probably the one that I'm most proud of, so it all came from there. So,
well, it looked absolutely gorgeous and amazing.
Thank you.
As far as social media goes, iFashion London has had a heavy influence of it. As a designer, how do you think social media should be influencing the fashion industry?
How do I think it should be?
Or how it does?
Well, I think it's probably one of the most important links in the fashion industry at the minute. It's instantly accessible. It's available to everybody around the world, really.
Is there a particular platform that you enjoy mostly?
As far as social networking sites go, well, I think Twitter is probably the best one. I'm not so great at it at the minute yet, but I'm working on it. But yeah, I think that Twitter's probably one of the best ones. You can instantly have access to everybody's.
Well, it's definitely taking off really fast.
Yeah.
So, as the creative designer, how important do you feel that it is for you personally to bridge the gap between creativity and business?
I think for me personally it's very important because I'm quite creatively minded, and I think that it's really important to be able to have my garments and collections marketed, and so obviously somebody that's really business minded can sort of take over from the level where you've already had everything made up and created, and they can sort of do the next step. And it's also important for the business people to have the creative people so that they can exercise what they can do. So.
Well, it's great that you think so highly of having such a good team when it comes to your design.
Yeah, it's very important. I think it is. I'm just trying to work on my business skills myself, so I'll have to pick some of that.
Well, it's a little hard sometimes.
Yeah.
And lastly, having been a part of iFashion now, how much do you think it has influenced and benefited your not only academic career but also your professional career?
I think it's great. I think it's very important to have a mixture of creative and business-minded people in the same room, so people can network, and obviously a lot more publicity, which is always great for everybody, models, designers, the business people that are running the show and helping out. So I think it can only be good, really.
Well, thank you so much, Emma Jane, for having been a part of iFashion London. We're so proud to have had you on board, and good luck in your future, and thank you again.
Thank you very much.
Hi, Naomi. Hi. First of all, thank you so much and congratulations for being a part of iFashion London. Your designs look amazing coming down the runway.
Thank you.
What was your inspiration for your collection?
I started off exploring men's tailoring, but I really wanted to do women's wear, so I sort of tried to bring elements of men's tailoring into women's wear. But I wanted to keep the whole thing quite neutral, so I stuck with the white colour palette just to keep everything kind of gender neutral as well, because I went down that route exploring gender and social norms. So yeah.
Well, it looked incredible coming down the runway really well. Is there a particular piece though that you're really proud of or is your favorite?
My jumpsuit, my all-in-one suit was definitely my favorite piece. I put the most work into that one. It took a long time to get right. And I think the piece on its own encapsulates the whole concept. And it sort of is the key piece of the collection. It could be on its own, but it does fit into the collection as well. So that's definitely my favourite piece.
It was one of my favorite pieces, and it was definitely like such a great shock when it turned around and you could tell that it was a jumpsuit.
Yeah.
It looked so incredible.
Thank you.
Based on tonight's event, though, and how heavily it's been influenced by social media, how important do you think social media is to the fashion industry going forwards?
Oh, really important. I mean, a fashion show only has so many seats, and when you film it and you put it on the internet, it can reach countless people, and obviously it has tonight. So yeah, really, really important.
Well, good, and we're happy that we incorporated it. As far as you as a designer, personally,
Yeah.
of course you have to have the creative aspect, and that's what the whole thing is, but as the designer, how important do you feel it is for yourself to also have the business background to make it work?
Really important, because it's not something that I can do myself, and I think business and creativity give each other a platform, because without you guys we would never have been able to put anything on, but then obviously the designers give you the stuff to showcase. So yeah, it's really important to work together to create things like this evening. Yeah.
Well, we're really happy to have been a part of such a great team. I mean, it turned out amazing.
Yeah.
Lastly, having been a part of iFashion now and seen how it runs and everything, how much do you think it will benefit and influence not only your academic career but also your professional career?
Well, hopefully really positively. I mean, obviously our contact details are going out to loads of people. I just had a phone call from someone in New Jersey, so I missed it, but I'm going to give him a call back in a second. And
That's
see
so
who
exciting.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, you just don't know who's watching when it's on the internet, so you never know. But yeah, hopefully really positive.
Well, great. Thank you so much for having been a part of iFashion London. We're so proud to have been able to show your collection, and good luck in the future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hi, Gabriella. Thank you so much for being a part of iFashion London with us tonight. It was amazing, and I love that you're wearing part of your collection.
Thank you.
On that note, what was the inspiration for your collection?
Yeah, the inspiration was that I'm half Mauritian, so I love things colourful, bright. I'm full of culture. Everyday life is just bright and as tropical as I can possibly make it. So that was the inspiration, trying to get the ruffles of sea, waves, surfing, that kind of just sun and paradise is my inspiration.
Well, it definitely looked amazing, and I really wanted to be at the beach while I was watching it.
Thank you.
Is there a particular piece that you love the most or feel the most proud of?
Yeah, it's definitely got to be my wetsuit, because it really enhances the idea of being at the beach, and it's cut really high, so it's really cheeky, and it's in bright colours so everybody notices it. It's really fun.
Well, it was great to watch. As you know, iFashion London is heavily influenced by social media, and you'll be seeing later tonight just how much of an influence it's actually had. So what do you think of having such a presence of it?
Yeah, I think it's really important, because it's now introducing a whole new level of ways for people to get involved with our work. I mean, it's different age groups as well, so and all sorts of companies are really jumping on the Twitter bandwagon, so I think it's a really good idea.
Well, great. We're happy that you have such a positive outlook on it. But as a designer, of course you have a lot of the creativity. But how important for you is it that you also know most of the business side?
Yeah, I think it's incredibly important. I don't really know all that much myself, so I think that's a bit sad, because I think I should really get more involved. But I outsource it from other people and make sure that it actually gives them an opportunity, because they've got a professional business head. But I think it's really important that you have someone that knows what they're doing, because then you can work hand in hand and you end up supporting each other and everyone around you.
That's really good, and it's nice to keep these relationships going as well.
Exactly.
So finally, having been a part of this fashion show now, how much of an influence and how much do you think it's going to benefit not only your academic career but also your personal career?
I think it's going to benefit a huge amount, because having a London fashion show is what everybody wants at university. So to have two is just amazing. And then, I mean, it's just it's really inspiring to see other people as well, because I only see the people from my university. So, and then like you make new connections and new friendships that I can use and we can bounce off each other. So I think it's a really good idea. It's really positive.
Well, great. And thank you so much for being a part of it. We think it's amazing. So I hope you've had so much fun and that you continue enjoying the evening. And thank you again so much for being a part of it.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Bye.
Mia, congratulations first of all for being one of the finalists for our iFashion London show. We're really, really, really excited to have you here.
Thank you.
So I wanted to ask you, what was your inspiration behind your collection? Where did you get your ideas from?
Well, basically, my collection was inspired by the Sahara Desert and like the modern nomads and the culture, and I was really inspired by like the jewelry as well. So if you look at my prints, like a lot of it is very like inspired by like the colours. Is very vibrant, and I've got like some elements of jewelry as well. So yeah,
that's really great. Do you have a favorite piece from your collection? One of them that stands out more?
I don't think I've got. It's very hard to sort of point out a favorite piece, but I think one of my strongest pieces would be the short digital print dress, because it's you know, like clean cut, casual, and it's everyday wear. So for a woman, you can dress it up or dress it down. So I think it's very convenient, yeah.
That's really great. I think it's good that you know your collection so well and that you really, really grasp the inspiration. We do have a heavy influence of social media. So I was wondering, what is your take on having so much social media incorporated into a fashion show?
I think it's very important because at the moment, I mean, a lot of people are like using social media. That's what it's about. So everyone's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. So that's the way you can kind of connect to your, you know, like people that are attracted to your brand, and you can find people from different sectors, different inspirations. So I think it's easier from both sides to kind of connect, like the client, the customers, and the designers. So yeah.
Great. Well, do you think, so that brings me actually to my next question. Do you think that helps you tie the bridge between creativity and business? Because as a designer, you obviously need to know how to sell your collection. So do you think it's important to have a strong connection as the designer between both business and creativity?
Yeah, I think it's very important because, I mean, creativity and designing is, I think, is 50% of it, but what's really important is the business side of fashion, because you really need to know the outcome is to sell the collection to specific, you know, people that are attracted to your clothing, and you need to kind of have like an audience to sell it to. So I think knowing the business side of that is really important because you need to eventually sell the collection. So yeah, it's very important.
So since this is a relatively new show, how much do you think it's going to benefit not only your academic career but also your professional career?
I think the show is very beneficial because obviously, you know, I'm showcasing my collection to industry people, so I can get even like friends and family, I can get like an input and their opinion on my collection, and also it's good to meet other designers as well, so you can get inspiration, talk to them, and you know, like network. So yeah, it's really cool. Like.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Samia. Thanks for taking the time out of the super busy day to talk to us.
Yeah,
and good luck with the fashion show. I hope you have a blast and go enjoy yourself. Thank you so much.
Thank you.